Hello everyone, I'm back. This is Teacher Marvy and I will be continuing the procedures for reading the conversation from the book. So, after number 2, we have number 3, and for number 3, we need to explain and ask some simple question about the dialogue to check their comprehension. After the comprehension check, then you need to ask the student to open the book to the next page. So this part is very important because this is to know if your student really understands the content or the flow of the story or the dialogue. So we have here some examples. As you can see, the topic is all about people at home, and the conversation is all about, "Hi, Mom, I'm home. This is my friend Scott. This is my mother. It's nice to meet you, Mrs. Hill. It's nice to meet you too." Now, for your comprehension check, you just need to ask simple questions. You need to think the level of your students if they can answer the questions that you are going to give them. So we have here some example useful expressions. What is the boy's name? Okay. What is the mother's name? Where are they? What do we say when we meet someone for the first time? Okay. But you should speak very slowly. Okay. Do you understand the story? And then let's say if she doesn't have any question anymore, then you can ask your student, "All right, so turn your book to the next page." So this is for the comprehension check to know if your student can really understand the dialogue. Okay, next is, oh, by the way, for the comprehension check, it takes 5 minutes. Okay, usually 3 or 5 minutes. And then for the activities, usually the next page uh, is all about the activities for each lesson. So the teachers can create many activities as they want. Below is an example. It's up to the teacher what kind of activities they are going to give their students. But for me, okay, this is what I usually do, and actually you can just follow what I do. So the first one is ask the student to repeat after you read the words. Let the student to read the words for the second time. So let's have an example. So you should say to your student, "All right, today we are going to learn some new words. Let us read it first, then you repeat after me." Okay, so as you can see here, it's a little bit small. So anyway, we have here number 1, a pilot. A pilot. Okay, a zookeeper. A zookeeper. Again, you need to correct the wrong pronunciation of your students when they make any, so that they can practice also their pronunciation. Okay. Now, for the second time, they are going to read these words by themselves. Okay. This is to know if they can understand or if they remember the pronunciation of these words. Okay, next, number 2, if they can't understand the words, use again Google Translate to translate it, and then explain using simple words. From my first video, I showed you there how to use the Google Translate, right? So you should search Google Translate English to Chinese Simplified, then enter the word. You need to type the word. Okay, let's say your student doesn't know the word pilot. You need to type pilot, and then it will automatically translate into Chinese. So you need to copy and then paste it into the Skype chat box. Okay? And you need to explain it a little bit. So for example, teacher, I don't know the word pilot. Oh, the word pilot is the one who flies an airplane. Okay? So you need to type it. A person who flies an airplane. Okay, just make a simple explanation using simple words, because if you're going to use complicated words or unfamiliar words, then they might not understand your explanation. Okay, all right, so what are the other activities that we can give to our students? We have here making sentences using the vocabulary words. So you can ask, all right, Anna, so now you know the meaning of the word pilot. So can you make a sentence using this word? Okay, so that is the first activity that you can give to your student. All right. So here are some useful expressions for that activity. Can you make a sentence using the word pilot as an example? Okay. Now, aside from making sentences using these vocabulary words, you can also make some conversation about these words. Okay. For example, as you can see here in number 2, ask something about the word. We have here some useful expressions. What does a pilot do? Do you want to be a pilot someday? So in those questions, then you can build, or you can make a very good conversation with your student, and you can also practice your students' speaking skills. You have to make sure when they answer your question, they should or they must use complete sentences. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's short or long, okay? But you have to correct their sentences. Okay? Usually for this activity, it takes 10 to 15 minutes. After that, okay, we have here some things to remember. For number actually we have here number 1. Okay, all activities are almost the same, so the patterns are very easy to follow, such as first is repeat after the teacher for the first time reading. Okay, second, students should read by themselves for the second time. Translate the words, or you may send them some images. Simply explain something and don't use difficult words. Comprehension check. Ask some question related to the topic, conversation, and vocabulary words. You have to remember to talk slowly and clearly. Then, use gestures if necessary. And if the signal of your internet is okay, you can actually turn on your desktop camera, because most of the children, they like to see their teachers, and it can actually help you to teach more effectively if you turn on the camera, because you can see each other and they won't feel bored if they can see their teacher. All right, so I hope that you learned something from me today. And I hope it can help you to improve your skills in teaching young English learners. Thank you very much, and have a good day.